Xbox are back this week with another set of brand new Xbox Game Pass games that are heading our way for the rest of March and into April, and honestly, they look incredible for the service. Today, I'll be covering the 16 brand new Xbox Game Pass games coming your way this March and April. My name is Fletcher, this is Xbox Nation. Subscribe for more Xbox content every single day, and let's dive right into the games. First up and available today, we have 33 Immortals. This is a co-op action roguelike that's building something truly unique to the table. The game is all about massive scale multiplayer action in the best way possible. Essentially, 33 players take on relentless waves of enemies and towering bosses together. It's like a massive MMO raid, but streamlined into an accessible, fast-paced experience. If you've ever wanted to experience the exhilarating all-in battle feeling but without that usual MMO grind, then 33 Immortals is shaping up to be the perfect fix for you. This game actually marks Thunder Lotus's first venture into multiplayer, and from closed and open betas that I've personally played, is an absolutely incredible ride. That said, you can get a taste of the action right now as it's available on Xbox Game Pass via Game Preview today. With its dark cartoonish visuals, high energy battles and unpredictable enemy encounters, 33 Immortals is going to be a co-op masterpiece in the making. We then have Octopath Traveler 2, and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass for console users. This is a stunning turn-based RPG that massively blends classic gameplay with modern design. This time featuring 8 unique protagonists, each with their own stories, abilities and backgrounds, the game offers an expansive world just full of adventure. The HD 2D art style beautifully combines that retro pixel art style with modern lighting and depth, really creating a gorgeous nostalgic aesthetic. Combat though is very deep and strategic, with a break and boost system that rewards careful planning. Whether you're tackling epic boss fights, exploring diverse environments, or just uncovering each character's journey, Octopath Traveler 2 is a standout experience on Game Pass and is one you definitely need to try out if you haven't played it already. Train lovers, you can rejoice this month. Train Sim World 5 is arriving on Xbox Game Pass for the standard tier, and that's coming on the 19th of March. And offering the most detailed and immersive train simulator to date. With brand new routes, improved graphics, and a dynamic weather system, each train ride here feels very fresh and unique. Whether you're controlling high-speed passenger trains or heavy freight haulers, the game gives you full control over every aspect of train operation. The attention to detail here is also pretty amazing, with realistic signaling systems and customizable features that let you tailor your own experience. Of course, you can also take on brand new challenges and new roles as you master the tracks and trains of iconic cities across 3 brand new routes. Whether you're a long-time fan of the series or just curious, Train Sim World 5 is a relaxing yet highly engaging simulation that's perfect for players of all skill levels. Next up and landing on the 20th of March, we have Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. In this game, you're essentially shipwrecked on a lost mythical island. As backpacker Alex, you must befriend the forgotten gods of Greek mythology and restore their memories. You'll have to do this by exploring the dynamic island and its story sandbox to build brand new friendships, solve the mystery, and save the gods. If you've been looking for a simple, sort of low-stress adventure, or one that's just pretty family-friendly and good for younger audiences, then Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island is as good a punt as any other. Not least because it's entirely without swears, sex, or violence, so it's a pretty tame experience. Beyond that though, many out there have reviewed it pretty poorly due to its overly simplistic puzzling, uninspired environments, and repetitive fetch quests. If you're interested in trying this one out, be sure to sound off in the comments below, and maybe you can find it better than the middling reviews so far. On the 25th of March, we have a very special collection arriving onto Xbox and PC Game Pass. You can experience a blast from the past. The Blizzard Arcade Collection brings 5 classic console games to modern platforms and new audiences. It includes 2 original console releases for the Lost Vikings, Blackthorn, and Rock'n'Roll Racing, allowing you to experience these games as you remember them, plus a few modern features like saving and rewinding. It also contains new definitive editions of each game with additional upgrades like enhanced local multiplayer for the Lost Vikings and Rock'n'Roll Racing. There's also new songs and artist performance for Rock'n'Roll Racing and a new level map for Blackthorn. There's also tons of localization for up to 12 languages and just so much more in this package. Last but not least though, the developers have also added a library of artifacts from these games' heyday, like digital manuals, interviews with different developers past and present, and also some classic artwork. It looks like a pretty cool collection, so it's worth diving into, especially if you want to experience them for the first time or just get a nice nostalgia bump. Then if you love survival action games with a chilling atmospheric twist, Atomfall needs to be on your radar. This one's actually developed by Rebellion. It's the same team behind Sniper Elite and the Zombie Army games. This time, the game takes us to the eerie British countryside in a world shaped by Cold War paranoia and folk horror. It is actually inspired by a real-life nuclear disaster in 1957. Atomfall actually drops you into that quarantine zone 5 years after the catastrophe, where ghost towns, abandoned pubs, and unsettling remnants of post-war Britain tell a haunting story. But survival in this game isn't just about scavenging for resources. There's also a psychological horror element at play here, with strange folk-inspired threats just lurking in the shadows. You'll be wondering what's real, what's a myth, and you'll need to uncover the truth while staying alive in a world where dangers aren't just nuclear fallout, but something far more sinister. This one survival game that is sure to send chills down your spine when it arrives onto Xbox Game Pass as a day one title on the 27th of March. Next up, let's talk about a game with atmosphere to spare. South of Midnight, developed by Compulsion Games, is a stunning third-person action-adventure set in a darkly magical version of the American South. Scheduled to release on the 8th of April, the game will follow Hazel, who's essentially a weaver who discovers her mystical abilities while venturing in a world filled with tons of southern gothic lore. The latest trailers being released so far introduced us to Hazel's journey, which includes encounters with mythical, larger-than-life creatures and challenges that will test her mastery of her newfound powers. Compulsion Games really highlighted though the game's handcrafted art style, blending realism with an eerie fantastical edge, and also shared a sneak peek at the combat system which seamlessly integrates exploration and action. If this game sounds like your jam, pre-orders are available right now, and also grabbing the premium edition also lets you play up to 5 days early. I will be covering the game in a review on the channel, so be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on this upload. Commandos Origins revives the classic tactical strategy series, bringing players back to World War II to command a squad of elite soldiers. The game's top-down perspective and intricate gameplay focuses on executing complex plans and overcoming obstacles. In this game, you'll have to manage a team with unique abilities, such as stealth, explosives, and sniping, and you'll have to use all of those to complete some high-stakes missions. Modern enhancements come around this time, like improved AI, visuals, and controls, which make the experience more immersive without losing the original's charm. Whether sneaking past enemies or launching coordinated assaults, Commandos Origins provides strategic depth and excitement, really making it a must-play for fans of tactical gameplay. We finally have a fixed release date for this one as of now, and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass day one on the 9th of April. If you thought the original Descenders was a pretty intense game, then Descenders Next takes it to a whole new level. This one is expanding beyond just downhill biking. This sequel actually introduces multiple extreme sports, including snowboarding and mountain boarding, and again, it will be set across massive, sprawling biomes packed with secrets, shortcuts, and hidden skate parks. Launching day one onto Xbox Game Pass on the 9th of April, Descenders Next refines its physics and trick system, letting you pull off some insane flips, barrel rolls, and grinds with razor-sharp precision. Whether you're racing solo or joining up with 12-player multiplayer lobbies, every descent in this game feels like an adrenaline-fueled challenge. Again, there will be deeper customization this time, some new race formats, and a world that just begs to be explored. The developers of this game have also stated that even more sports, worlds, and customization options will be added to the game in the future. It essentially makes this game into a sort of live service offering, but without any additional paid for elements, which is incredible to hear. Now, have you ever dreamed of inheriting a massive luxurious estate? Well, it all sounds great until you realize the house has a mind of its own. Welcome to Blueprints, a first-person mystery game where the mission is to uncover a hidden 46th room in a mansion that officially only has 45. The twist here though is that the entire floor plan shifts and rearranges itself every single day, meaning the layout you explore today might not exist tomorrow. It's part puzzle, part strategy, and part deck building game, as each door you open gives you a choice between 3 other potential rooms. Every selection actually shapes the future of your estate and your ability to solve the overarching mystery. With its eerie atmosphere, brain-teasing mechanics, and ever-evolving environments, Blueprints is really offering a truly unique take on exploration and storytelling. If you love games that make you think and adapt on the fly, then mark your calendars as this one launches onto Xbox Game Pass on the 10th of April. Definitely mark your calendars for this April, as it's a pretty huge month, and Tempopo is finally launching on the 17th of April for the Xbox Series X and S consoles and Xbox One. It will also be day one onto Xbox Game Pass, which makes this deal even more sweet. From the award-winning team behind Unpacking comes Tempopo. It's essentially a whimsical puzzle adventure that brings music and nature together in a breathtaking way. In this game, you play as Hannah, a guide charming Tempopo creatures through intricate floating skyline puzzles where every move actually creates a musical ripple effect. But the magic doesn't just stop at the puzzles though. Back home in your little sort of environmental hub, you'll be cultivating a lush garden filled with rescued flowers, each unlocking some brand new melodies and allowing you to compose your own songs. This one looks to draw inspiration from vibrant 90s aesthetics and looks to blend stunning 3D visuals with innovative rhythm-based mechanics. If you love games that feel as good as they sound, this one will be a must-play, especially if you want to cater to a younger type of audience like your kids. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 will transport us to a richly imagined fantasy-inspired version of 19th century France. This one is developed by Sandfall Interactive and is their very first game. It's a turn-based RPG that combines strategic gameplay with a unique reactive turn-based combat system that actually dynamically adapts to your choices in battle. The game's story centers on a world facing an existential threat from a mysterious force known as the Paintress, and players will lead a band of heroes on a quest to stop her. We have seen so much more now about the game's sprawling overworld map, which is packed with tons of secrets to uncover, and also shared details on its deep customization options for characters and equipment. The stunning art direction here really does add even more charm, creating such a vibrant and immersive world for us to explore. Be ready to mark your calendars for the 24th of April, because this looks like one RPG that you won't want to miss. I will be covering this one in a review as well this April, so make sure to subscribe below so you don't miss out on this upload. Now, for all of you Xbox Game Pass core members, you can look forward to 3 more games coming to the library on the 26th of March. First up, you'll be able to explore a land filled with lost legends in Tunic, which was easily one of my favorite indies on Xbox Game Pass. You can then experience the explosive finale to the award-winning Arkham series in Batman Arkham Knight, and let me tell you, the combat in this one is incredible. Then finally, you'll be able to collect and train and battle monsters in Monster Sanctuary, which is an adorable and often overlooked indie gem that is well worth experiencing. These are some great games to see on the core tier, and I will cover all the games on this Xbox Game Pass tier soon in an upcoming video. A bit of a rumour this week, but one that has certainly got many of us Xbox gamers pretty excited, is for a game that actually launched into early access on PC back last September. You may remember Towerborne, right? The sort of castle crashers hack and slash co-op adventure coming from Stoic Studios. Well, they have been heavily teasing an Xbox Game Pass release this week due to their Twitter account not only tweeting a picture of a glowing entity with an Xbox logo, but also a dynamic theme which is also available on the Xbox Series X and S consoles. I do suspect the launch for this one is pretty imminent if we're going by these details, and I reckon this will be a cool entry coming this April. What do you think about this rumour, and are you excited for Towerborne? Let me know in the comments below. Unfortunately though, with it being a new week for Xbox Game Pass games, we do have a few more leaving the library, and to be honest, these are some pretty huge losses in my opinion. Remember, if you are a Game Pass member, you can also save up to 20% on your purchase to keep these games in your library forever. So the following games that are leaving on the 31st of March are MLB The Show 24, Little Gator Game, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Open Roads, Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 2, Yakuza Like a Dragon, The Lamplighters League, and Monster Hunter Rise. Again, these are some pretty huge games that are leaving, and means we are left with no Yakuza games in the Xbox Game Pass library. You'll have to let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. So that's the games coming to Xbox Game Pass this March and April. How would you rate the offering? Be sure to sound off in the comments below and like the video as well if you love Game Pass. Remember to subscribe, as I do upload Xbox content like this every single day, and I will be covering games like South of Midnight and Doom the Dark Ages in upcoming reviews in the near future. Whilst here, why don't you check out my most recent video on screen now of the 20 best Game Pass games you can play right now in March 2025.